posted on my Instagram story today asking you guys what questions you have about my journey, about Sebastian's journey, about us as a service dog team, and we're gonna answer them. So the first question I got was, did I always know I was going to get a German Shepherd as a service dog? To be honest, no. I didn't know I was going to get a service dog. And then when it came time to get a service dog, I thought I was going to get a program dog. Then decided to owner train and knew I wanted like a lab, a German, or a golden, and it was just going to come down to what I could find, what I could afford, and if they were a good service dog prospect, which I didn't know a lot back then, and there's some things I wish I would have known, but I'm super thankful for Sebastian. And that leads me into my next question that I got a lot was, how did I find Sebastian? If you guys didn't know, Sebastian's actually a rescue. He's a German Shepherd Husky mix, and when I decided to owner train, I posted in a Facebook group in Tennessee that was for rehoming dogs and said, hey, I'm looking for a golden retriever, a lab, a German Shepherd, or a dog to be a service dog prospect. And people started sending me Chihuahuas and Pit Bulls and German Shepherds with aggression issues and just not service dog prospects. So I honestly was going to give up until my boyfriend was like, keep your post up, your birthday's tomorrow, you never know. And on midnight of my 22nd birthday, my 22nd birthday, I got a message from a lady saying that she has a German Shepherd Husky mix who is already in service dog training and he's mine if I want him. So I was messaging back and forth with her. She sent me some videos and I was about to go off to Mayo Clinic for the first time. So I asked her if she would be okay holding on to him for a couple weeks before I could meet him. And so when I came back to Tennessee, we met at a dog park and I took Alex, my boyfriend, with me. And just to make sure that he liked us, which he did. And then we went to Home Depot to see how he liked me, how he would work with me, if he would take commands from me. And then I took him from there. But it was nice because she really loved him and cared for him and said that if he didn't work out after a couple weeks, I could give him back to her and she would find another home or potentially keep him herself. But he very quickly became my best friend. So we're here a year later and he's still my goofball and still an amazing service dog and has made so much progress. But that is how Sebastian and I became a team. Okay, we'll just look for the next question. Okay, the best things and worst things about Sebastian. I would say him being a working line breed makes the best and worst thing about him. It's great because he's a very quick learner. It's great because he loves working. Like right now with this respiratory virus thing going on, he is super upset because I'm not taking him everywhere with me. So that is really awesome and I love that he loves to work. But it's also the worst thing because when I do have bad health days, it's really hard to get his energy out. And so I always have to have enrichment things ready. Like we've learned to kind of deal with it, but it's definitely hard because he's such a high energy dog. So when I'm not feeling well, it's harder just to like meet his needs. But luckily my boyfriend and my family are pretty good about helping out when I don't feel well and like helping Sebastian get everything he needs to feel loved and have his needs met. Who is my favorite gear by and my favorite gear makers? Or my favorite gear and favorite gear makers. Well, I only own three things. I own Mischievous gear, my BLD, and then my Camelot Armor Biothane mobility harness. And I have my So What Co patch tabs. I really like Mischievous gear. I like that she's not like how everyone has tasking through life and everybody has patience and love. And I also love her because she makes quality stuff. A lot of it's Disney themed, and if you know me, I love Disney. And at the time I started buying from her, she was in high school, so I loved supporting a smaller, younger creator and maker. My favorite piece of gear I own, probably our Bucky Barnes themed vest, only because Sebastian's named after Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky Barnes. So one of the first custom vests I got other than his Christmas one was his Bucky Barnes themed one. And that's just because I'm a huge Marvel nerd and it's literally his name. What is my favorite Christmas movie? I really like Elf, but I would have to say the Harry Potter movies because they do have, don't come at me, they do have Christmas scenes, but I watch all of the movies over during the Christmas season, and also in the summer. I watch all the movies twice a year, so I'd probably have to say the Harry Potter series. My future puppy or prospect. I have a breeder in mind. I don't think I'm going to get a puppy. Hopefully I don't need another service dog. Like, hopefully my health gets better, but realistically, I know what breeder I want my next dog from, and I'm probably gonna look closer to when Sebastian's 4 or 5, unless something happens that he doesn't want to work anymore, or yeah, I don't know. But I have the breeder that I want to get him from. And yes, it will be another German Shepherd, unless I go for something smaller. There is part of me that does want a smaller dog, only because Sebastian's so big that it makes some things hard, like the monorail at Disney was kind of hard, so like a subway would be hard if we ever had to do that. He does pretty well with tucking. Airplanes would be a lot easier with a smaller dog. But I do love my German Shepherds, and I love my German Shepherd clients. So right now I'm still leaning German Shepherd, but there is kind of a thought of potentially getting a smaller dog as my next service dog. And the last question I got was, what are your feelings about the service dog community? I don't know if I want to answer this one. I think that if you're connected with the right people, the service dog community can be a great thing. However, there's also a lot of toxicness in the service dog community, a lot of negativity. I've had other handlers tell me to just off myself. There's a lot of difference of opinions on training methods and tools and whether or not a service dog is a legitimate service dog, and yeah. I also think I've met some really amazing people through the service dog community, and I've also met some people who I grew a lot from knowing, but am thankful I'm no longer friends with them. And part of that is just like figuring out who your real friends are, and part of that is the service dog community in general. But overall, I've actually been trying to take a step back from only posting within the service dog community and posting more like dog mom, dog, German Shepherd, working line breed, training videos and content, but also not losing the service dog education and training, because I originally created Sebastian's accounts to show the whole journey of owner training, because I hadn't seen anybody out there. I had seen only people posting their perfect service dogs, and I wanted to see, how do you train your dog to alert? How do you train your dog to pick up keys? How do you train your dog to tuck under your legs and get out of space? So that's why I originally created the page, and that kind of put me right into the service dog community almost instantly and put me as a service dog creator, which I love, and I am so thankful for all of our following and the people who have followed that journey. But it is something that now that he is getting to a point where we're not training only service dog things, I do want to move into more dog content in general and getting more into that community as well. And I've been able to do that over the past couple months, especially with Instagram, and my poultry business has been a big game changer in that. So yeah, that's how I feel. If you guys have more questions about me and Sebastian, or about my illnesses, or about training my own service dog, or training questions, or literally anything, leave them in the comments. Happy Vlogmas!